Chapter 5, Number 1. Live consciously in the awareness of this I within you, constantly realizing that I in the midst of you is mighty. Number 2. Exercise. Making the transition from material sense to spiritual consciousness is realizing the invisible part of you is the source of and most important part of your life. Exercise. Number 3. In meditation, you contemplate the spiritual activity and being that is within yourself. Contemplate always the infinite invisible of your being. Number 4. There appears to be a you communing with the invisible presence. Dwelling in the consciousness of its presence within you brings it more and more into manifestation. Number 5. When I meditate with you, I do not permit you to enter my mind, and I do not project myself into your mind. Instead, I commune with the I that I am, and whoever has brought himself into my consciousness receives the fruitage. Number 6. Through the realization of the infinite invisible within you, you attain your freedom from this world. Chapter 6, Number 1. Appearances are not a power. Number 2. The infinite way is the realization that there is a transcendental consciousness higher than the human mind. Number 3. There cannot be consciousness and me. Consciousness is omnipresence. Number 4. I is the illumined consciousness that you are seeking. It is the food, clothing, housing, happiness, peace and security that you are seeking. Number 5. Consciousness does not give health, peace, supply, because it is and embodies all of these. Number 6. Everything out in the world is as fleeting as a shadow. Number 7. No individual has power. Number 8. Lack comes from setting up a selfhood apart from inner presence. Number 9. I am not in this body. The body is an instrument for my use. Number 10. The universal nature of I is one. There is only one I. The self of you is the self of me. If I give to you, I am giving to myself. Number 11. We can never really destroy others. We only destroy ourselves. And we do that through personalization, through misinterpretation. Number 12. Open the door of your consciousness and admit the I that is knocking there. Chapter 7, Number 1. The non-effect, the non-power of effect. Carnal mind only acts as power because of our acceptance of it. Number 2. All discord is the product of a universal hypnotism based on the belief in two powers. Number 3. The more we live in the realization that we do not have to be subject to the universal hypnotism of world belief in two powers, the more we free ourselves from the influence. When we understand consciousness as omnipotence, then we are free. Number 4. Carnal mind is not a power that can operate in or through man. Number 5. Consciousness is neither good nor evil, it just is. Number 6. The carnal mind is not overcome by fighting it, but by recognizing it is made up of belief. Number 7. Exercise. As discords appear in your experience, first open the door of your consciousness and recognize I, and then acknowledge that there is no power external to it. Abide in me, and let me abide in you. Recognize that appearances are shadows. They are not realities. They are not powers. Number 8. The first principle of the infinite way is the omnipotence of consciousness. The second principle of the infinite way is the non-power of that which is appearing as the world of effect. Chapter 8. Number 1. The self and you are one, but it is greater than you. Number 2. I am the very fabric, the very source of your life. Number 3. All of the problems you have suffered have only been because of a sense of separation which has kept your gaze on the outer realm, instead of turning within to where I am to be found. Number 4. I am to be found within your consciousness, within your awareness. Number 5. All this universe and its people are embraced in your consciousness. Number 6. Exercise. Consider, I in the midst of you and where you are. I in the midst of you and where your friends are. I in the midst of you and where your enemies are. There is no time, no place, no person where I am not. Number 7. I in the midst of you go to prepare a place for you. Number 8. Turn ye and live. Number 9. I can feel universal, invisible consciousness flowing and pouring into me. Number 10. Exercise. Whenever a problem arises in your experience, turn instantly away from the problem to the I within and realize that this is the solution to all problems. Wait in meditation until you have the feeling of this presence, and then release the problem and let it go. Number 11. Nothing that does not emanate from consciousness has power. Number 12. We are not forgiven our omissions except as we forgive those who err against us.